Okay, my dear students, on Saturday వరకు మీకు మ్యాథ్స్ 2A సంబంధించి జస్ట్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ క్లాసెస్ ఒక 10-15 మినిట్స్ చెప్పాను. అలా ఇవాళ జస్ట్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేస్తూ మనం కంటిన్యూ చేసుకుందాం. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ an expression, a quadratic expression, an expression fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c is called a quadratic expression. This is called a second degree expression. And a, b, c are real numbers or complex numbers. A, B, C are real or complex numbers. A is called quotient of x square, B is called quotient of x, C is called constant of. And ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. It's called a quadratic
video
equation. Where A, B, C are real or complex numbers and A not equal to 0, B, C are real or complex numbers. It is called a second degree equation in X. Quadratic equation is called a second degree equation. So this is called, first one is called quadratic expression and the second one is called quadratic equation. For quadratic equation, there will be at most two roots or two solutions. A number alpha is root of f of x equal to 0 if and only if f alpha 0. That means a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0. Once more, alpha is the root or alpha is the solution if f alpha 0. That means this number should satisfy this equation, then only alpha is root. Since it is second degree equation, it will have at most two roots. So the roots can be calculated by using the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Number one, alpha is the root, then f alpha 0. Number two, since it's quadratic equation, we'll get two roots. Let the two roots be, first root is alpha equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and the second root is minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Alpha, beta are the roots. Now we can write the sum of the roots alpha plus beta just by adding these two terms will cancel. The final value is minus b by a, and multiplying will get the value c by a. So sum of the roots always minus b by a. Already we discussed a is called quotient of x square, b is called quotient of x, c is constant term. So sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and the product of the roots after multiplying will get c by a. These two formulas will be useful in some problems and some theorems also. Number 4, if alpha beta are the roots, then fx is equal to a into x minus alpha x minus b. This is useful in theorems and in some problems also. Alpha, beta are the roots. Then we can write fx is equal to, here fx is ax square plus bx plus c. Fx is equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. We can prove very simple. From this, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to a, taking a as common, x square minus b by ax plus c by a. Minus into minus will be plus. I am taking a as common. Now this is equal to a into x square minus, here is alpha plus beta into x, here is alpha beta, and finally a into bc will be x minus alpha into x minus beta. This is useful in theorems and also in problems. So whenever alpha, beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we can write x square plus bx plus c is equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. So first of all, the first one is alpha is the root, then f alpha 0, that is a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0. Number 2, the roots can be calculated by using the formula. What is the formula? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here, the first root is alpha is minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. And beta is minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here is plus, here is minus. Adding will get minus b by a, and multiplying will get c by a. Now, if alpha beta are the roots of fx equal to 0, you can write fx, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Here is the proof. Here we can write whenever alpha is the root, x minus alpha is the factor. Whenever beta is the root, we can talk x minus beta is a factor of fx equal to fx. That is ax square plus bx plus c. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, these formulas are also useful in some problems. We'll do continuation. Suppose find the roots of x square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Here we can find the roots by using the formula, or if possible find the factors. Here by comparing with ax square plus bx plus equal to 0, a is 1, b is minus 4, and c is 4. Now using the formula x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a minus b 4 plus or minus 16, here b square is 16. 4 into 4, 16 by 2a. So 4 plus or minus 0 by 2. Here 4 plus 0 minus 0. We can take with plus 0 is 2 also, minus 0 is 2 also. Therefore, the roots are 2 comma 2. Because we are writing this is 4 plus 0 by 2 comma 4 minus 0 by 2. 2 comma 2. That means the roots are 2 comma 2. So by writing this formula, or also we can do like this, we can write the factors simply x square minus 2x. You can write directly x minus 2 also. This is x minus 2 equal to 0. This is x equal to 2. Since this is a perfect square, x minus 2 whole square, we can write factors like this also. Here The roots are same means we can see here the number delta b square minus 4ac 0. That means the roots are real and equal. Once again, here delta is called discriminant. How will you calculate discriminant? By writing the formula b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is 0, the roots are real. Here the roots are real, also equal. So without finding the roots, by finding the discriminant delta, delta is b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4 is, that is delta is 0, we can conclude the roots are real and equal. Number 1. So here in this problem, the quadratic equation has 2 roots, but it has only 2 roots, not more than 2 roots. By solving, you get 2 roots. The 2 roots may be equal here. In another problem, the 2 roots may be distinct. In another problem, the 2 roots may be imaginary. It depends upon the given equation. Suppose we will discuss another problem. In this case, we will do what will happen delta. Suppose x square minus 4x plus 2 equal to 0. What will happen? Here a is 1, b is minus 4, c is 2. First of all, find the discriminant. Discriminant delta b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. What will happen? 16 minus 8, that is equal to 8. Now x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, 4 plus or minus root 8 by 2 into 1, 2. 4 plus or minus, we can write root 8 as 4 into 2. So we can get cancel 2 plus or minus root 2. Here delta is greater than 0. Since delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. They are different numbers. One root is 2 plus root 2, another root is 2 minus root 2. So by calculating delta, we can talk the nature of the roots directly. In the first problem, we discussed delta is 0, the roots are real and equal. Here we discussed here delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. The roots are real and since here delta greater than 0, by observing here, if ABC are rational numbers and this delta is not a perfect square, we'll get the roots are conjugate sorts. The roots are conjugate sorts. They occur in a conjugate pair like in the form of p plus or minus root q. So in the first problem we discussed delta equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. In the second problem we discussed the delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. In next problem we are going to discuss the roots are imaginary. That means there are, depending upon the problem, it may be delta equal to 0 or delta greater than 0. In the next problem, delta is less than 0. If delta less than 0, you can find also the roots. Find the roots of x square minus 4x plus 6 equal to 0. 16 minus 24, that is equal to minus 8 less than 0. Now the value, the roots are given by, already we discussed it, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here b square is 16 minus 4 into 6, 24, that is 16 minus 24 minus 8. Here 4 plus or minus 4 into minus 2 by 2, 4 plus or minus root minus 2, 2. Here 2 plus or minus root minus 1 into root 2. Since we know root minus 1 is imaginary number, here delta less than 0, the roots are imaginary, they are not a real. The roots are not a real. Once again, find the roots. We are going to find roots of the equation. Here a is 1, b is minus 4, c is 6. Delta is b square minus 4ac. 16 minus 24 is minus 8. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here 4 plus or minus 2 into root minus 2. Here root minus 1 is I. Here I is called imaginary number. If we get in a square roots, the values are called in square roots. If there is a negative, those values are called imaginary values. Therefore, we can conclude if delta less than 0, the roots are not a real. Not a real. That means they are imaginary roots. And also finally we conclude they are conjugate complex numbers. They are conjugate complex numbers. So we can decide if the roots are imaginary, you can take delta less than 0. That means they are in the form of p plus or minus I. If the roots are in the form of p plus or minus IQ, you can say the roots are conjugate complex roots. If discriminant less than 0, we can conclude delta. We can conclude since delta less than 0, that is b square minus 4, we can conclude the roots are always imaginary. That means they are called conjugate complex numbers. So first problem we discussed, delta equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. In second problem we discussed delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. And the third problem we discussed, if delta less than 0, the roots are imaginary. Particularly you can say the roots are also conjugate complex roots. By remembering these three conditions, we can, without finding the roots, just find the value of delta. Delta means b square minus 4ac. We can conclude, number 1, if b square minus 4, if delta equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. If delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. If delta less than 0, the roots are not unreal, that means not a real. They are imaginary roots. Particularly here, the roots occur in the form of a conjugate complex numbers. These three cases are possible. Depend upon problem. Only one of the case possible. Depend upon given problem. So we can talk nature of the roots, finding delta, number 1, or we can solve the roots by using this formula. What is the formula? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So finally, I conclude using these three conditions. Suppose the problems are like this. Exercise 3a. The first problem is like this. Please purchase everyone Telugu Academy maths textbooks. Telugu Academy, if possible. But I will నేను వాట్సాప్లో పెడతాను ఎక్సైజ్. పాసిబుల్ ఉన్నోళ్ళు తెలుగు అకాడమీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ కొనుక్కోండి. ఎక్సైజ్ 3a ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే ఫైండ్ ద రూట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ 1 2 3 4 అని జస్ట్ ఇచ్చిన ఈక్వేషన్ రాస్తూ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ బిఎక్స్ ప్లస్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అంటూ ఏబిసిని రాస్తూ ఈ ఫార్ములాలో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తూ రూట్స్ కట్టచ్చు. నెంబర్ 1. నెంబర్ 2, find the nature of the roots without find the nature without solving, just finding delta value of delta. Already you discussed it. If delta equal to 0, what will happen? The roots are real and equal. If delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. If delta less than 0, the roots are not a real. Not a real means they are imaginary roots, like they are in the form of p plus or minus iq. P plus or minus. That means they occur in conjugate pair. Conjugate complex roots means if 2 plus 3i is the root, then other root is 2 minus 3i. So by remembering these formulas, we can find by remembering this way, we can find the roots and nature of the roots. Number 3, suppose if there is unknown in the given equation, find the value of p అన్నాడు అనుకోండి. కండిషన్ ఇస్తాడు మనకు అక్కడ ఏమంటాడంటే ఇఫ్ ద రూట్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ ఫైండ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ పి అంటే దాని సింపుల్ కండిషన్ ఏమనుకున్నాం మనం, ఇఫ్ ద రూట్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ దెన్ డిస్క్రిమినెంట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0. హియర్ డిస్క్రిమినెంట్ ఈజ్ delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, so by remembering delta is equal to b square minus 4ac, if the roots are equal, by writing delta equal to 0, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0, you can say since the roots are equal, b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Using this condition, we can find the value of unknown value p or k, whatever it may be in the given condition. Okay, finally I'll give the nature of the roots. Delta equal to 0, delta greater than 0, delta less than 0. Number 1, delta b square minus 4ac equal to 0. The roots are real and equal. Here a, b, c are real numbers. Number 2, if delta b square minus 4ac greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. Number 3, delta b square minus 4ac less than 0, the roots are non-real, that is they are imaginary roots. They occur in conjugate complex roots. So number 1, delta b square minus 4ac equal to 0. These 3 conditions useful in so many problems, in IP concepts and objective concepts also. మీకు నేను ఈ కండిషన్ ఇచ్చే ముందు 3 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇచ్చానండి. అందుకే ఈ 3 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మీరు మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకొని ఎందుకు ఈ ఆ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ బట్టి కండిషన్స్ ఎలా వచ్చినాయి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు. నెంబర్ 1, delta equal to 0. Simply the roots are real and equal. Particularly the root is minus b by 2a. First root is minus b by 2a and also second root is minus b by 2a. If delta equal to 0. Suppose delta greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. The roots are real and distinct. They are different roots like 2, 4. Like 2 plus, if one root is 2 plus root 3, other root is 2 minus root 3. If it is 1 by 2, other root is 3 by 4. They are real and distinct. Next, if delta less than 0, we can conclude the roots are non-real. They are imaginary roots. But if ABC are real numbers, we can say like this one. If ABC are rational numbers, the third one case is same. The first one case, in place of real, we have to write rational number in first case. First case, if ABC are rationals, we can say delta equal to 0, but the roots are rational and equally same. The roots definitely equal, but we can say it is rational if ABC are rational. Okay, thank you. We'll continue last class. Madam. Half an hour వస్తుందమ్మా అంతేనా?